Hello there, welcome back to another video, another weekly vlog. Thanks very much for joining me. My name's Neil, aka Woody, and in this video I'm going to talk about my running this week, the Houston Half Marathon held last weekend, some very impressive parkrun statistics from Australia and internationally, the Mumbai Marathon results, and I'll take a look at what the next 7 days has in store for me. Before I start, I want to apologise for no midweek video this week, guys. My computer shit itself and I spent a few days trying to source a new one and then another few days trying to understand how it works. The hip pocket took a bit of a hit, but the end result is a new system which should help to streamline video making and should also assist with my weekly job, but it does mean no new running shoes for me for a little while. Okay, with that out of the way, let's move on and look at my running week. I added a couple of running days this week, so let's have a look at those now and then we'll come back and talk about some running news. I was only thinking this morning that 2025 hasn't been a great start for my running. I did St Lucia Parkrun and Wynnum Parkrun in the first week of January. They were non-stop runs, but since then, the only running that I have done has been at Parkrun, where I've been doing those run walks. And I'm feeling it. I made a commitment to myself this week that I'm going to run Monday and Wednesday and park run again on Saturday using the run walk scenario again. I'm sticking with 5k. I'm going to do that for the next 2 weeks until I have the Duro lane injection in my knee. I'll do the midweek runs on the grass. It actually feels pretty good today. Obviously a little bit of rest, not loading it up so much at Parkrun as well has helped. You know, softly. I'm going to the gym tomorrow, Tuesday, and I'll do another gym session on Thursday. So I'm just slowly getting back into things. I've had a pretty much down time for the last 2.5 weeks. There we go, 5k done, tick under 40 minutes. Just nice to get the legs moving, feels good. Lost a fair bit of fitness though. You wouldn't have thought so, but I've always said that the older you get, if you've had a break, it just takes a little bit longer to come back and regain that fitness. Yeah, just really happy to be back, just doing a little bit. Oh wow, it's Wednesday ticked off. 500 metre walk run for 5.5 kilometres. Wow, it's mid-morning, it's about 33, 35 degrees. We're going for 37 degrees here today in Brisbane, and oh man, it is hot. That was hard work. Knee felt 7.5, 8 out of 10, so I'll take that. Oh wow, I have lost some fitness. As well as those 2 days, I also did Parkrun yesterday using the same run walk format, and I jumped on the bike today to join the boys for their long run. The knee is a little stiff and uncomfortable to begin with. Once it warms up, it's fine. I'm probably operating about 8.5 out of 10 at the moment, so that's not a bad thing, but I am looking forward to this week and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more at the end of this video. Okay, let's move on to the Houston Marathon, and I will talk about what happened at the pointy end of that race in a little bit, but I just want to touch on a couple of highlights from Aussie runners in that race. Olympian Morgan McDonald made his debut at the distance, clocking a very impressive 60.58, making him the 4th fastest Australian in history over that distance. Morgan documented a lot of his preparation leading up to the Houston Half Marathon on his YouTube channel. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, guys, I'll leave a link in the descriptions down below. It's well worth a look. In the women's race, Lauren Ryan climbed to 4th on the Australian all-time list when she finished 6th in 68.43. A couple of cracking runs there from the Aussies. Okay, so let's talk about the finish to the Houston Half Marathon between Ethiopian Adisu Gabina and American Connor Mance. There's been so much chatter on social media this week about this controversial finish, so I thought I would add my 2 bobs worth here. This is a photo of the finish. Unfortunately, I cannot show you footage from the finish because of copyright issues, but I will leave a link in the descriptions below where you can check out the video of that finish. But as you can see, it was a bloody close finish, and a lot of the comments on social media have been about Mance and how it appeared that he did not have clear access to the finish line. I've watched the footage and I have to agree, Mance was denied a full run at the line. It probably didn't help that the finish tape was so narrow, but I've got no doubt that Gabina has worked across in front of the American as they approached the finish line. There was only a fingernail separating the two runners, with Gabina given the win by just 0.04 of a second, which angered a lot of people, and they voiced their disapproval in a big way on social media. I'm surprised that this finish interference wasn't taken further. Here on screen, guys, is the World Athletics obstruction rule, and as you can see, it clearly says that this is not allowed. It's clear that Gabina has run in front of Mans. If you have a look at the white line on the road, he's clearly crossed that white line as they have approached the finish line. But the result stood. If it was me, I would have been raising an objection about that interference. This is a bit of a stretch, guys, but I'm a bit of a horse racing fan. I've been around racehorses all my life. My father's a trainer of almost 60 years. I have no doubt if this interference had happened in a race, there would have been a protest lodged with the stewards. That protest would have been upheld because the second horse has clearly been impeded in having a clear run at the finish line. I'm not suggesting Gabina and Mance are horses, but I think you get my drift. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this finish, guys. Let me know down in the comments. Was this fair game, or should there have been a protest lodged? So the wash-up is Mance had to settle for second place, but his 59.17 was a new American record, and he just didn't dip inside Ryan Hall's old record, set on the same course 18 years ago. He demolished it by 26 seconds. Not to be outdone, Waini Kaladi broke her own American half marathon record that she had set in the same event 12 months earlier. She sliced 16 seconds off that old mark when she ran 66.09. The women's race was won by Ethiopian Seneye Getachew in 66.05. There have been some mighty impressive parkrun figures to start 2025. I follow a Facebook group called Parkrun Stats Geek Group, and this was posted during the week. Last weekend, a new worldwide attendance record was set when 377,493 park runners completed a 5-kilometre event. This beat the previous record of 345,911 set 5 years ago. Admittedly, this time around there was an extra country to be included in those new record numbers, but you have to agree, that's a lot of park runners. The UK topped 200,000 for the first time, and recently here in Australia we hit a new attendance record of 85,277 runners completing a 5k on January 4. Even the following week here in Australia we had 82,875 park run finishes. Records are tumbling everywhere in Australia in January. Numerous park runs are reporting record attendances, and it just seems that there is no slowing down this running boom. We normally see a spike in attendances at parkrun at the beginning of the year, people making New Year's resolutions, but these numbers are off the chart. And while on massive numbers, 60,000 runners took part in the Mumbai Marathon and supporting events last weekend. The winners were Bahani Tesfaye from Eritrea, 2:11.44 for the men, and Joyce Chepkemoi Tele of Kenya in 2:24.56 for the women. And just quickly, Athletics Australia announced its 2024 awards during the week, with Jess Hull winning the Bruce McAvaney Award for the top performance of the year when she broke the Australian record and set the 5th fastest time ever in the 1500 metres, finishing second at the Paris Diamond League meet behind Faith Kipyegon. That was the race that Faith Kipyegon broke the world record in. Hull also shared the Marjorie Jackson Award for the top female performance of the year. She shared that award with Olympic pole vault champion Nina Kennedy. That's it for the running news this week, but what does this week hold for me the next 7 days? I'm planning to do some more days of run walking over 5 kilometres, and then on Friday I'll be heading in to get that Duro Lane injection in my knee. I'm excited to get this done, and I've got my fingers crossed for a positive outcome. It's a short procedure, lasts about 30 minutes, but I've got to have 3 days of non-activity after getting the injection. Wish me luck, guys, and I'll have more to share with you on that procedure in the next weekly vlog. That's it for this weekly vlog. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to show some love for this video and the channel by hitting that like button and sharing this video with your running buddies and running community. That would mean a lot to me if you did that. Also, if you've got this far into the video and you're not a subscriber to the channel, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell too, so that you're made aware of when the next video drops here on the channel. Thanks everyone, have a great week, take care, and I'll catch you real soon. Hooroo.